Welcome back from your snack break. So we'll talk about vertigo. This talk is basically to talk about inner ear disease. So we'll go through the tinnitus and then we'll finish with vertigo. We define tinnitus as an auditory perception in the absence of stimulation. So when we hear sound in the absence of stimulation, it's tinnitus, and it's often very annoying to patients. What causes tinnitus? We have presbyocusis, that is change in your hearing as you get older. When you get keratosis media, middle ear occlusion, Meniere's disease, labyrinthitis, most of the time the acoustic neuritis, acoustic neuroma, which is the tumor of the inner ear, and just simple wax on the tympanic membrane can cause tinnitus. When a patient complains of tinnitus, we try to differentiate, or in taking your history, you have to have it clear in your mind whether it's objective or a subjective tinnitus. And the objective one usually is the pulsatile tinnitus. And you usually are able to tell when you ask the patient, is it related or is it like you hear your heartbeat? So if it's related to the heartbeat, then it's likely to be an objective tinnitus, the cause of which is either a grief from a vascular lesion or a papular suspension tube. With the papular suspension tube, the patient will tell you as if he hears himself breathe, and it's because the patient is opening and breathing, the air goes in and comes out, and it can be very annoying. Common in people who are like obese and have lost weight or are hectic for other reasons. But most likely most of the time those who are obese, so they get the time to think, well, there's noise in their ear. Those who are hectic for like some disease, they have more pressing issues to worry about than the noise in their ear. And then you can have clicking tinnitus, which is from myoglobus or the stapedius or the tensor tympani muscle or even the levator palatine muscle. When they go into myoglobus, they can give you this clicking sound in the ear. And then tympani from whatever cause can also give you that. So that's what I explained about. In the history, you try to elicit the objective ones, then you have an etiology which you can deal with. But the subjective one is what most patients will come to you with. And that is what is annoying because you can't do anything about it. And there are so many theories about the cause of it, for which reason. One, there are too many theories about it, but nobody can beat it because you don't know what it is and you don't know what to do for them. But what has been helpful lately is the fact that a lot of them, like it's associated with presbyocusis, so the diminishing of the hearing more like accentuates the internal, what do you call it, sounds, the head cells fade. That leads to the person perceiving the sound, which in actual fact has been there all the time, but because of the larger volume or the much more perceived sound of the environment being present, they don't feel it. So I use the example that as you sit here, the AC is working, but there is not creating any disturbance for us. But assuming this same sound is behind your window on a hot day or a hot evening, you are trying to sleep, you are sweating in your room and your neighbor's AC is on, using a generator, chilling, and then the noise is behind your window. Really, that is going to be very annoying. But if the same thing is happening, it's your own AC, and you feel it. So that's about the analogy I use for patients. But technically, it's far more than that. So, because the etiology is fairly unknown, we more like use modifying areas to beat them. And one of the things we do is, one, the first thing is that once the patient comes to you have to be able to take out those treatable causes. So in our evaluation of the patient, we do all the things we need to exclude treatable causes. So people do as far as an MRI to exclude acoustic neuroma. Just so that once it's excluded, you know that what is left is what an annoyance which we have to deal with. People have committed suicide because of tinnitus. Yeah. People are, at least not in our part of the world. At least I don't know of anybody who has done it. But if you read, people in a lot of cases have. So it can be bothersome. And most of it is the psychological trauma of most people think they are getting mad because they are hearing this persistent ringing in the ear. It takes a while to be able to convince them. So what we advise after excluding all those treatable causes is to do what we call masking. So the advice is if they have a radio and you put it to a station which is close to hear that sound, then if you have that in the background, it helps them to sleep. Otherwise, then you can use a hearing aid which will, because it will increase the environmental sound, they are likely to not perceive the tinnitus in their daily activities. Music earphones work the same way as using a masking sound. But what a lot of clinical psychologists and then speech and therapists do lately is what we call tinnitus retraining, which basically is trying to more like readjust the patient to perceive the sound as this AC I described. So that you take it as the sound in the background, which you are not going to do, you can't do anything about, but you have to take away the annoyance attached to it. So somebody who in a situation where you can't sleep and you constantly get this ringing in your ears is able to overcome that annoyance and sleep otherwise. Because when it gets to that situation where the person cannot sleep, cannot function, quality of life starts deteriorating, then they get other, they get depressive and all those associated issues. So that is the management. Now to the vertigo. And it's an illusion of rotative movement of the self or the environment, midway in the absence of visual stimuli. And some patients describe it as dizziness, spinning, lightheadedness, dizziness, unsteadiness. My boss, when I was in the camp and that, said what he likes is to sit in the diabetic clinic with a physician. And when patients are describing all those neuropathies, BP, all those things, you can't say that interesting they encounter all those words and what they are trying to portray. So maybe the people describe it very, but a crude vertigo is that illusion of movement. So anytime we encounter a patient who complains of dizziness, the first thing is to be able to distinguish vertigo from all those other things that manifest with dizziness. So cardiovascular complaints, psychiatric, neurological, and age-related. And the distinguishing feature in vertigo is that what I did, rotatory illusion of rotation. So what I tell my patient that it is just sensation when you get as children, you spin and then you stand there and see yourself. Yes, if that is the sensation, then it's vertigo. If it's not, then it's not vertigo. Having said that, we have some imbalance. So some of our patients, so because of the vestibular apparatus, have some imbalance, which is related to like the ground either becoming too high. So when you are descending a step, you miss, you anticipate the step to come at the height which you miss. So it becomes like you fall into a pit when you are walking. So those are other vestibular symptoms. And the vertigo has to have that fault. Either you are moving or the environment is doing that movement. So the peripheral and central vertigo. PNT means the peripheral vertigo. Central vertigo is usually treated by neurologists and neurosurgeons depending on the cause. And it's important, so in your history, you elicit one, you identify the vertigo, and in your examination, you elicit nystagmus. And in eliciting the nystagmus, looking at the characteristics of the nystagmus, you can tell whether it's peripheral or central. One characteristic of the central is that it is directional change. For peripheral nystagmus, if it's in one direction, it doesn't change whatever you look right or look left. But central, if you look left and change to the left, you look right and change to the right. So that's one of the commonest ways you can differentiate the two. So there's peripheral nystagmus. Nystagmus is that jerky eye movement. And in nystagmus, there's a slow phase and a fast phase. So the eye involuntarily moves to a direction, and then the body senses that heading to the, let's say, to the left, and I'm stable, so then to correct it. So we see the correction, which is the fast movement. But the pathology itself is that slow movement, it goes to one direction. So when we are describing the nystagmus, we use the fast one because that's what we identify. So let's say right nystagmus because the correction is to the right. Now, if I'm looking to the right, there will be no nystagmus because it's already in the right, so there will be no correction. And if I'm looking to the left, then you see it coming to the right. So the direction doesn't change. That's where the correction is going, doesn't change in peripheral nystagmus. But in central nystagmus, at one place it will be beating to the right, another place it will be beating to the left, depending on what position you put your head. That is the difference between the peripheral and then central nystagmus. Okay. And then, so in your evaluating this patient, you have to, in your history, try to more or less get an accurate picture of that stately movement. Then you talk about the hearing, because like on direct question, you have to inquire about the hearing, talk about the presence of tinnitus, the presence of associated symptoms like vomiting or nausea, and then the effect of eye closure. If you notice from the what do you call it, the definition is associated with this visual stimulus. So midway in the absence of what? Visual stimulus. So the effect, because for us to perceive our body in time and space is the eyes, the vestibular apparatus, and then the joints. But all these things have to be in sync for you to be able to find yourself, your position in time and space. And this, when any of these things go, that's why aging is part of the process. When you are old and you are using a walking stick, then your proprioception becomes a little deficient, making it a little bit more difficult to balance yourself. Then obviously, alcohol and drug history. We know alcohol obviously will impair your sensorium and your response. And then some medications like amino glycoside have the toxic effect. So apart from having toxic effect causing tinnitus, it can cause some vertigo. Medical history of vascular disease and lighting disorders also can stimulate some form of vertigo. So, in evaluating your patient, basically in ENT we deal with 4 pathologies. There are a lot of crossovers in between, but anybody with vertigo, there are 4 things we try to exclude, and almost all of them will fit into any one of the 4. The 4 things basically related to the peripheral vestibular apparatus is the benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, BPPV, Meniere's disease, vestibuloneuronitis, and then appendicitis. Tumors and multiple sclerosis belong to the central vestibular disorders, which are outside the scope of ENT. Other systemic differentials, hypoglycemia, hypoglycemia, anemia, autotoxicity, vascular insufficiency, those with spondylosis, in particular positions of the body, they get vertiginous. Right, so BPPV is the commonest cause of vertigo, and it's usually episodic. Characteristically, the patient will describe a sudden onset of vertigo associated with the head movement in a particular direction. So you get the storyline. I was lying in bed, and when I turned to my right, I just felt like something I was dying, or the whole room was spinning. Some threw up, some don't throw up, but it's short lasting. If they close their eyes tight, it goes away, and it doesn't occur usually to the other side. Though people, some may have it bilateral. Now most people is a unilateral process. The cause is thought to be the migration of what? Mineral crystals from the ventricular otolate organ, that is in cupulolithiasis, into the posterior semicircular canal. And this floating process causes a disturbance of the endolymph, causing, once the endolymph is, activated, then it will cause a sense of movement, which you feel as well, vertigo. It's not always you can tell the cause of the problem, but we assume that stressful situations, some head injury, some degenerative diseases, let's say in diabetes, but here too, you'll be thinking of other causes, either the hypoglycemia or the neuropathy. And so we try to always think maybe it's stress related, but nobody has been able to pinpoint it to be as an effective process. Like I said, it manifests as an acute attack of transient vertigo, which lasts seconds. Rarely does it go to minutes. And then the nystagmus is a manifestation of the vertigo, and it wears out on repeated testing. So say it fatigues. When you do it repeatedly, it will wear out. But most people, obviously, you don't want to be doing feeling dizzy repeatedly, so it happens once you repeat. But if you are brave enough to do it repeatedly, after some time, it will stop, only to recur again. We diagnose it by doing what we call a discombine maneuver, but then obviously the history, again, all the blood conditions, the history is your basis for diagnosis. Few of them can you do some tests really to diagnose them. If you take your history and it is a transient attack followed by tend to a particular direction, lasting 2 seconds, sometimes with nausea or vomiting, and most of the time without, it's DPT. So we confirm it with this hallback, and then what all we do in this hallback is, if you see it occurs when you turn to the right, we put you into the right position towards observe it. Once you do it and then it's positive, meaning you will see the nystagmus, then this hallback is positive. We do it to the other side and it doesn't come, then it's negative. So once it's positive to the right, it means you have a right PPPP. But one thing about this hallback is, when you've done it for the patient lying to the right, if you sit the patient up, he gets a what? Another nystagmus. Then within 30 minutes of that, if that is also positive, then your BPPV is assured. What do we do? Basically, we do nothing. Except in very severe cases, you do vestibular exam. But lately, we are doing what we call the repositioning maneuvers. There are a few of them. The patient is taking, we've said that it's because of the crystals that have been dislodged. So once the crystals is the right, it means you have to do maneuvers to take it back to where it came from, and that is those maneuvers. So the Eplis, the Darrow, and then there's another one. I don't like this one, I don't remember it. Yeah. But the commonest one we use is the Frank Darrow and then the Eplis maneuver. So you take the head, do some positions, movements until you do it. We don't give any meditations after that. And 85% of, at least in our hands, at Kolobu, 85% of the patients, just after the maneuver, they are fine. And because it's, like we say, non-invasive, you can do it 200 times. And if you teach the patient well, the patient even can do it him or himself. And the recovery rate is high. But if those fail, then you can have them do vestibular exercise, which is taught to them by physiotherapists with training in vestibular rehabilitation. We discourage the use of, what do you call it, vestibular sedatives in BPPV. But I noticed people use it, and as to how effective it is, I'm not too sure. So, but when they come to us, most of the time we do Eplis maneuver for them, and the results are good. Meniere's disease is the most difficult of all of them. Meniere's is endolymphatic hydrons. It is thought that the endolymphatic sac and the endolymph system becomes hypertensive more or less, and because of ion exchange. So because it contains, they have to have a potassium sodium channel, which when they are defective causes more like accumulation of excess endolymphatic fluid, which more or less then will cause the condition. It has gone through a whole lot of etiological challenges. People are still disputing whether, for a long time we are thinking this endolymphatic hydrons. There are disputes now, but for now we keep to the endolymphatic hydrons. It's named after Prosper Meniere, and it affects people in the middle age group. It presents with the 4 symptoms. vertigo, fluctuating hearing loss, tinnitus, and oral phonia. So vertigo is like they are very vertiginous. It lasts for days. The hearing loss worsens during the episode, and also episodic. So that it will come like during this month, you get it about the week of discomfort, vertigo, hearing loss, vomiting, and then tinnitus. If you get all these things for a period, you recover. Then after about 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 months, whatever period, it can come again, or maybe yearly. Some people sometimes think it's even associated in some people to their menses, but we can blame a lot of things during that period. Yes, I got the patient who says you get this facial pain only during her menses. And I said, I won't put you on medication now. We are watching your next menses. If it occurs, then I'll look for a reason to explain what is happening to you. But so they have the vertigo associated with all those nausea, vomiting. Some even get so bad that they have to be hydrated, hospital, put on all sorts of medications just to control this episode. And then during the episode, their hearing will drop. But most of the time, after the episode, their hearing will improve. But because it's repetitive, then over time, the hearing, let's say over years, you realize the hearing gradually declines. And at the onset of it, some will complain of like this pressure in the ear, which comes with it, and then with the tinnitus. So I've said this, so there's an increased pressure in the endolymphatic compartment of the membranous inner ear due to changes in the osmotic pressure from abnormal buildup of potassium. As the pressure increases, the hair cell stimulation causes the cochlea, that's the tinnitus, and the vertigo, which is the vestibular component of all those we are hearing. The hearing loss is from damage to the hair cells in the process. So our presentation, we talked about clusters, debilitating, they be triggered by stress, and the hearing loss over time becomes permanent. The vertigo disappears over time because more or less it destroys the vestibular apparatus, so the person ceases to be vertiginous. What do you do? So in this group, from the history, you make your diagnosis. You may confirm the hearing loss when the person is acutely ill. Then you confirm it when it's recovered and so it has recovered. And those are some of the things you do over the period to be able to confirm your diagnosis. But after taking the history, most of the time it's clear what you are dealing with. What do we do? Bed rest, IV fluids to replace that one which is vomiting. Give antiemetics to the dopamine, whatever you have. Hydro, whatever, just to stop the vomiting. And then you can give, I prefer giving Semetol for an acute phase. Studium doesn't really work well in the acute phase. But for long term, you can use Studium. Only people, what do you call it? The evidence for Studium working is still anecdotal in the sense that randomized controlled trials don't really confirm it. But if it's working for you, why change the winning team? Yeah, so if it works for you, that's fine. Sorry? Yeah. No, see, the antiemetics is for if the person is vomiting. But if it's not vomiting, then you don't need the antiemetic. Yes, but if some of these vomiting, cetirizine will not work. Yeah. So we use, I prefer Semetol in the acute phase. That's really 5 milligrams 3 times a day, sometimes 10 milligrams 3 times a day. It will stop at least the vertiginous attack while you try to sort out what the pathology is. Long term, because we think it's related to, in many, it's related to all those ion exchange mechanisms, we treat it more like diabetic. So low salt diet, you can give low dose diuretics, with hydrochlorothiazide. And then when the patient is really debilitated and his hearing or her hearing is gone, then we do what we call chemical laryngectomy. So we put gentamicin into the middle ear to kill off the vestibular system. But it's only when the hearing is gone. But if the person can hear, then we are going to cause hearing loss. So we do that only in the presence of profound sensorineural hearing loss. A lot of surgical procedures have been done by decompressing the endolymphatic sac, doing a selective vestibular nephrectomy where they go into the internal acoustic meatus to like what you call it, section the vestibular nerve. But most of these things they are transcochlear, so the hearing has to be gone before you can make all those approaches. If there's preserved hearing, then you do all the other modalities until you are pushed to do that. The third pathology is vestibular neuronitis. It's the third commonest. So it really doesn't sedate. It's just like, what do you call this medicine? Captopril, Rapamine, those type of medication. And so that's why a lot of the time, and it has some increase, it increases also, what do you call it, perfusion, blood supply, yeah. So that those things more or less lend some credibility to its action. But most literature, I think it used to be 150 milligrams, now they've taken that one off the market. We are still using I think the 25, it used to be 75. And then they've taken that off the market, we have a 25. So if you really want it to use, you have to use a 25 TBA. And I see people writing 25 TBA, those ones. Well, I have a friend who says some people, if they drink Fanta card, they'll get drunk. So it really doesn't sedate, like, anyway, like I'm saying, some people, even they take water in the morning, they'll get drunk from the day before. Yeah, so if you really want it to work, that's beginning at 25 TBA. But the jury is still out as to whether it's an effective medication. One medication we use beta-histine dihydrochloride. That's the vasodilator. It also does well. The only thing is that some people think that also is like it's no different from placebo. So it's difficult in this situation. But I use Pemetrol for acute phase, for the long term, either switch-on, you add switch-on or you add beta-histine and hydrochloride. Monthly, depending on the control, or sometimes 3 months. It depends. At least there's one patient I see, he comes every 3 months. So he goes home with his stock on. He uses cyclizine for his what we call vestibular sedative. They use HCP, hydrochlorothiazide, and low salt intake. Yeah. Well, he is taking about 3 months. It's more like it's on antihypertensive. Yeah. So, yes, but that is the beauty of the thyroid. The body itself, if you don't do anything, the body will everything. It's self-learning, so it's like what we call this smart, what do you call it? There's a name they are calling this artificial intelligence. The body learns to correct itself. And most of the time, our medications even makes it difficult for the body to work, correct itself. If you like acutely destroy one vestibular apparatus, for 3 weeks the patient is going to be really horrible. But after about 3 weeks, we have compensated and corrected it. Pablo did those experiments and you don't need to repeat them. But disease processes confirm that, because you can have in labyrinthitis, but in this one, in vestibular nephritis, which is the third commonest, the disease is more like chemical. So you get an upper respiratory tract infection, you have toxins in your blood, and then these toxins seep through into the vestibular apparatus and then cause autoimmune process or metabolic change, which leads to vertigo. It also gets vertigo for some time, which lasts days. It may not get to weeks, and after a few days, you get vertiginous. It's not really associated with hearing loss. So you may vomit, and then you don't have any neurological swelling. If you don't do anything, you will recover. In the acute phase, you might want to do all those supportive treatment, that's so that the patient is comfortable. But if you don't do anything, after those comforting periods, they are likely to recover. Oh, I left out the last one, labyrinthitis, which is an acute infection where there's a bacterial suppurative process going on in the labyrinth system. So here you have pus more or less in the inner ear, and that is associated with all the problems. So you have vertigo as long as the infection persists. It's a consequence of either a complication of either chronic suppurative otitis media, or somebody who has sepsis and septicemia, and the blood goes everywhere, including the labyrinth. And they have horrible vertigo, profound hearing loss, fever, and all those things associated with an infective process. In the acute period, basically you give the supportive treatment, you give your antibiotics to cover the bugs you are suspecting, and then subsequent to that, they suffer sequelae because they either have a vestibular shutdown, or they have what do you call it, and they come to sensorineural hearing loss. So the consequence is vestibular shutdown and sensorineural hearing loss. And those are the people who have confirmed that, and then if you leave them, after some time, they adapt. And the adaptation is that the body learns to know that, okay, when I'm thinking I'm going there, I'm actually you get me. And then over time you learn. And that's where we have vestibular physiotherapists who teach vestibular exercises which help you overcome those challenges. And people, yesterday I saw one patient who had she now was telling me she drove to church on Sunday herself, which was good. But earlier on, she could barely walk without support. I told her this time, pray for her. Now, right. Yes, so, question. Thereof, the person has to be sitting, and then giving the right side, and say, do more, thereof is when you have given and you want to no, it's all right to sit the patient, but the patient has to be, let's say if the patient will sit and then most of the body go down and turn the head. So like it's something like this, turn it down to the side. And if that goes, let's say to the right, is the right sided pathology. And at least you start, you put the patient in a distal position for that pathology, turn the head through 90 degrees, wait for some time. Basically, in that process, you are like gradually letting the crystal follow you. So when you do 90, when the patient, after the patient is not easy, then the patient will now turn onto the side while you keep the position. So at the end of the movement, the patient is looking down, aligned on the side. Then we think it has gone through the, if you look at the semicircular canal, got the common arm. That's where we think the thing will fall and then drop into the ventricle and you will sort him out. You feel a few times, but because there's no pain in it, you can do it a couple of times. What do you mean by headache? Not really. What we advise sometimes for them to wear the, what do you call it, stiff color, just so that they don't use sharp head movement. But even that one, people are saying it's not necessary. If you allow the fight to go, you tell you a lot of things. You do what works for you. Sorry? More or less, yeah. Good. So, what next? Sorry? Oh, yes. Yesterday, I saw two persons. One, we did a play maneuver, which, actually yesterday I saw the one who had a vestibular failure and was coming for review. And then the one with the FD who had failed came back, so we had to repeat the FD maneuver yesterday. So, and that was me, and we have 10 consulting rooms. So, some people we have seen, some other that I don't know. Not that I can lay hands on. It looks like there's a little tip towards the female, but grossly it's about equal male to female ratio. they come they come very sick. See, like meningitis type of illness, sick. And then the vomiting on top makes it even worse. But what gives it away, like the typhoid, then the tinnitus, and you notice the hearing is going down, and then there's the balance is off, and those things take me that. I don't think that's the only one that is. Do you see any? No, it's the vestibular way. Yeah, so it's, no, you see it, except it's just like somebody has to see me, more or less. So you will culture something in the blood, but you will see like inside you see infection in the brain. But you know the clinical presentation, that of like vestibular shutdown, that of hearing impairment, then the fever, sepsis, and so those things should direct you towards adrenaline. But then, when it's acutely ill, you will not be able to go and test his hearing because he's too sick to do the test for you. You might want to say, you do all those vestibular tests, you try to look for the stagmus, you get it. You do all those, what do you call it, cerebellar stuff. Sometimes you get, you might confuse it with cerebellar lesion, but most of the time, the patient is sometimes too sick to be able to obey your command. So that's where the difficulty sometimes arise. And how can you do somebody who is for speed poverty to robbery? So those are the challenges. But the only thing is the treatment is antibiotics. That's because of the sepsis. Some propose to give steroids just in case you can protect the hearing or then the concern is somebody who is septic, giving high dose steroids, all those things come into play. Okay, so we'll do. No, you can't do that. Yeah, basically, we are replacing the loss. So if it's vomiting, replace those the road to here. So it's potassium and sodium. So it goes, but at the time the patient is vomiting, you have to deal with those ongoing losses. Not those micro problems. Yes, that is the long term. During the acute phase, the support, so you do what you have to do to support the patient, overcome. Some of them end up in ICU. No, we are not giving hypoxia. Okay. No, so we are replacing ongoing loss. So you just replace what say you affect your patient with your, you look at whatever electrolyte is lost, you replace as per whatever protocol you have. You understand? And so when that is sorted out and your patient is stable, then now you worry about the lows. But even this is what we are talking about, the many. But when these people, when they are over, there is not worry about them. But this, this low sodium is just to prevent the attack. So if you do it well, most of the attacks become far, like this man I was talking about. He's not touch wood had an attack for more than 2 years. Basically, if he gets an attack, those days it was bad. You have to come on admission. Doing nasopharyngeal right. So nasal, sinonasal, the topic was nasopharyngeal cancer, but I thought we have to do it together with sinonasal tumors to make it complete. And the introduction is more like anatomy, things you know already. What I want to emphasize there is the fact that the mucosa of the nose and the paranasal, one, they are a continuum. So the mucosa of the nose is that same that goes to the paranasal sinuses. So their behavior is more like the same. Having said that, there are a whole group of tissue there too. Apart from the epithelium, we have cerebrospinous, soft tissue, bone, cartilage, neuroectoderma, hematolymphoid tissue in the nose and the paranasal sinus area. And all of these things can manifest whatever malignancies they are capable of producing. The only unique one is the olfactory neuroblastoma, which comes from the olfactory or the anterior skull base. So this is a picture. I'm sure everybody has been in the sorting room during the time. And then there's the nasal cavity, the terminate, the nasopharynx, and the oral cavity. So this is the classification, is a fact slide just to show you all those diseases that can come. So this is malignant epithelial tumors, benign epithelial tumors, soft tissue tumors, tumors of bone and cartilage, neuroectoderma, hematolymphoid, germ cell tumors, secondary tumors. So all these are diagnoses in the nose. No, I don't think anybody. Some of these things I get to know the diagnosis after I've sent them. The thing for histopathology, so all of them query malignancy, then they go. Yeah. Right. So the benign tumors basically are the papillomas. So the ectodermally derived from the sedated mucosa and the paranasal sinus. They are just under 5% of the sinonasal tumors, and they are greater. So that the inverted oncocytic and then exophytic or inverted papilloma. So the problem with sinonasal tumors are the insidious nature in which they appear. And they all start like common, all that you all feel. A little runny nose, blocked nose, sometimes toothache. The commonest history you get from patients with maxillary sinus diseases. They had a toothache, went to a dentist who took out the tooth, and the socket was not healing. That's about the classical history. It wasn't healing because the tumor had broken through, because in the sinus, and because the premolar and the last premolar and the first molar are related to the floor of the sinus, there's toothache. And I don't know why. If you ask the maxillofacial, they teach the people that you have to check for malignancy when the tooth looks healthy. But somehow, people end up taking out the tooth. And then, yes, when the person is complaining of severe toothache, but you feel the tooth, and the tooth looks strong. And there's no cavity. Not everybody has access to periapical, so maybe they can't take an X-ray to confirm that the tooth. So, well, what happens in Accra anyway. So most people get their tooth taken out. Then, when it's not healing, they'll biopsy whatever is coming out of the socket, and then squamous cell carcinoma. So the non-specific symptoms are the first thing. And then when you start having epistaxis, cranial nerve dysfunction, proptosis, loose teeth, facial swelling, trismus, and like it's gone. It's gone way ahead. And sometimes it is held by some of the things we do. When the person comes, very few people will look into the nose, see that blood nose or sinusitis, and we write down nose drops. Because I get people who come and they've been on nose drops like ages. Even if the doctors don't give it to them, they'll go to the pharmacist who will give it to them. So what you do doesn't matter. If you say you will give it to them, you just go and then go and buy it. And it's not helped by our pharmacy friends who market their drugs aggressively. So the watchword here is to have a high index of suspicion. When somebody complains of these, what seems like benign complaints, my nose is blocked, my nose is running. A little blood, if it's produced bleeding, everybody's afraid. But a little blood once in a while, most people will not bother much. But if they come, or once the nose is blocked and they can't breathe, just lift the tip of the nose. If there's something major, you see. If you can see far back, principally there's nothing much. But the toothache is something we have to also check. Especially if you have facial pain, just palpate the teeth. So this is just trying to differentiate between the three types of papillomas. I'm bored with all those things. They are by and large benign lesions which we treat by excision. And the inverted papilloma has a high recurrence rate. It is thought to be related to HPV. Otherwise, all of them affect about the same age group. And the inverted, like I said, has a high recurrence rate and can, in some cases, convert to a malignancy. Now people think, even when it starts, there's about some 11% already who have a malignant focus in it when you diagnose it. But the other two are clearly benign lesions which are treated by wide local excision. The malignant tumors are low in all populations, with high rate in Japan and parts of China. SCC is the commonest. However, exposure to hard wood that, so like beech, mahogany, redwood, all those ones cause a 55 to 50% fold increase in adenocarcinoma. It is said that this is the first professionally related malignancy that was diagnosed in people who were working, I think, the 40s, when they purchased wood from here, the organics and the sawmills of, I think, Liverpool also. When those workers there, they realized that after about 30, 40 years, they all got adenocarcinoma. I think the company had a clinic, so it was seen even after retirement. So based on that, they were able to tie it down to where they work. So when people come with those things, we ask. At least we also get a few who have worked in the supermarkets, in the sawmills. So at the back of your mind, somebody working in a sawmill and nasal symptoms start worrying, especially with the little blood, start worrying about malignancies in the sinuses. Those in all those refining nickel, formaldehyde, tobacco. Now, Total Trust was a contrast we were using earlier on to, like, for the sinuses. So, like, we are giving all those rural contrast and all those things now. They were giving that into the sinuses so that on X-ray it will highlight the sinuses, but unfortunately it was carcinogenic, so it caused a lot of cancers. It's long been stopped, but things like that make me think that the things we do now may be problems later on. So anything we do, we have to do with a pinch of salt. That's not for doing sake. So imaging is very necessary, first to delineate the lesion, the extent of it, and then determine our surgical approach to its management. And then for the real, because radiotherapy is part of the treatment sometimes, imaging will help in that aspect. So these are images of some of the people we've seen. That's these are the modular series. So the sickle carcinoma, we just talked about the stamina, the discharge, the pain, because of the effect on the branches of the trigeminal nerve. They get paresthesia over the pain or over the mental region, and that tells you have a disease process going on. The pecora, if it is blocking the nasolacrimal duct, and then if it's gone through the palate, you see a palatal bulge. So when people complain of nasal things, don't hesitate to look into the mouth, pinch the teeth, elicit some tenderness. Sometimes we tell ourselves that oroankral disease is so obvious, but it still always stays. And all it takes is just ask the patient to open the mouth, and you can see a sore on the tongue. You can see. Yesterday I saw a gentleman who complained of dysphagia, and the facility had been referred for said, oh, dysphagia, pericope, and then referred the patient. And all I asked the patient to do was open the mouth, and this huge tumor in the base of the tongue. I didn't even have to put the tongue depressor. And even stick the tongue out, you will realize that the left side of the tongue was not moving. It was the right cheek was coming. I mean, something was holding the tongue from moving. And end of story. So small things. Yes, the pressure is everywhere. Yes, but then, well, yeah, but sometimes you could have directed the patient to the right place. So you could have been sent anywhere else. But I always say the work family physicians do is about the most difficult work you can get. Your mind is like from A to Z. Some of us, For me, for example, I think my job as a very simple job. ENT, yes, him, no, same. I don't think anything. I see the case that is not ENT. I don't want to think about it. That's the only thing that most of the time you know where to send that case to, so it's easier to send. And so, but it makes it easier for the patient. Patients find it difficult when they think they are coming for a solution somewhere and get it. Oh no, you are the wrong place. It's a little easier. So most of the things, just a little, you don't need too much. Pen line, you don't need your nose, lift the tip. You don't need a speculum, lift the tip of the nose. You can see in far enough to make a determination whether the nose is concerned. And they don't metastasize obviously early, but then they still over time to metastasize. And they are preceded by the inverted papilloma. If the disease is seen early, it can't be sorted out without them, because they are usually confined in a particular space. The only problem sometimes is we are unable to determine where the disease is coming from because they come late. You understand? Because they come late. So when they come, assessing them becomes involving, more expensive, and subsequently there's a very low survival rate. I don't think I've seen somebody with a sinus malignancy less than T4. Most of them will come T4, T3. So it makes the work not too rewarding. You spend a few hours to take out the tumor, knowing very well that within the next year or maximum the patient is gone. All the CT scans show the patients are no more. This is another horrible disease, nasal differentiated carcinoma, which whatever you do, the patient will be taken away by the disease. We had a patient who, like, we had radiotherapy, had chemotherapy, had personal operated on him 3 times. And each time you excite the tumor only for it to come back again. Where it comes from, you can't understand where it caused the tumor to come from. But that's the characteristics of the disease. So, adenocarcinoma, we talked about it as from people who work with hardwood. There are 2 types, the intestinal type and then the non-intestinal type. There's a low grade and a high grade. The low grade have a good survival. High grade, 10 to 10% of primary malignant tumors. And if the glandular is from the glands of the thymus. So, mainly in woodworkers, and we are talking about health of our great workers, textile workers, motor vehicle drivers. In ENT, we are getting a lot of indications that people who are exposed to a lot of diesel fume we get all these sinonasal and upper airway malignancies. So have it at the back of your mind when you are taking your history. The type of work the person does may direct some of your thoughts. So their presentations, the different parts of the sinuses are different. 10% are gain involvement, poor prognosis, 40% at 5 years. The non-intestinal type, complete excision is good. It's a low grade, so it has a a good prognosis at a high grade, 20% at 3 years. Factory neuroblastoma is the unique one, only one which is in the nasal region from the factory bulb. There are two peaks. We see them in very young and then fairly old age groups. So the last one we did was in the, she was like a 18-year-old young girl from Takrady. And they all present similarly, so nasal obstruction and epistaxis. If it gets into the nose, then they start having a purpura from blood, what do you call it? Nasolacrimal duct, or ocular, like ptosis, or maybe eye problems with the vision. So this is the young lady I was talking about. So you can see the lesion in the anterior skull base going to the eye, displacing the eye. So these are our classification of the staging. If it's only confined to the nose, you see we have a almost 91% survival at 5 years, which is good. But once it extends beyond the sinonasal cavity, you have reduced the survival to less than 50%. And that means you have to do a complete craniofacial resection and a full course of radiotherapy. So that is for these ones. So if these ones, it becomes more difficult to do radiotherapy because now you have other issues to protect the eye, protect the spinal cord, and that makes it difficult to radiate adequately and obviously to affect your prognosis. So these are the approaches we use. This is the craniofacial resection, focusing, lateral rhinotomy, and this is the Howard Lynch incision, and then you do a soft mid-facial deglobin incision. So this is the Weber-Ferguson, this is the tumor. So to approach it, you just cut under the eye, around the nose, through the lips. You can open the face, and then the tumor is in front of you, you take out. So this is craniofacial. So you split the forehead, make a hole in the frontal sinus, then cut along the nose down, and then you take out everything here, kind of, so more like the mid face is gone. When you finish, you leave the nose 6 nights later. And this is the mid-facial deglobin. So you make an incision from the last tooth across to the other side, release the nose and lift the face. When you've done that, when you've done that, you can see both sinuses, and because this is the left-sided disease, we take out the left maxilla out. And because we are looking in, it's easier to deal with whatever it is. But like I said, most of the diseases are way advanced that if you want to take out every single thing, this lady, we took out the eye. No, not this. And no, this one we took out the eye. And then you take out all the sinus, all the teeth on that side. And there's a little bit more blood here. We have seen this is the defect from after the surgery. Yes. No. Well, most of the time we watch the play after hoping you prevent some seeding and the rest, but I don't think it's just to satisfy our egos that we've done what we have to do. Yeah, so that is what So there are secondary tumors which are metastases from, you can have metastases from kidney, lung, breast, thyroid, prostate, all appearing in the sinus as secondary tumors. So you biopsy it and it tells you it looks like prostate. The last one we saw, we thought it said it was kidney. Are we sure we were talking about sinus? So yes, we biopsy the sinus. So the person went, I think it was advanced disease, so we just collated Edwin and we brought that to you. So nasopharyngeal carcinoma, this is something dear to our heart. So this is a section of the face, that's the nose, that's the sphenoid sinus, those are terminus, inferior, middle, superior, that's the heart valley, that's the basal vestibule, that's the nasopharynx, this is the eustachian tube opening, this is the postal bracing molar. So that's the classification of nasopharyngeal lesions. But for nasopharyngeal CA, there are three. There's the keratinizing, non-keratinizing, and then the bacillus. The non-keratinizing is the differentiated and undifferentiated. Most of the ones you see around are undifferentiated squamous cell carcinoma. So that's a distinct racial and geographical distribution. It's common in the Southeast Asia, but also endemic in North Africa, East Africa, West Africa, and the Arctic, the natives of Arctic. In our series, I think that we are about 3:1. And then in low risk area, it's actually got the two peaks, bimodal peak. As they are around up to about 90 years, you rarely see the older people 50, 60 years. But in areas where they are low risk, that the non-endemic areas, you see them more in the what you call it, the elderly group. They have usually the lifestyle changes from smoking or alcohol. But in NPC, and they're usually in the younger age group. So in our series, they reached 6 and 8 years, but they occurred more in the 15-25-year group than in the 50 and 60-year group. Predominantly based on female, like I said, 2:1. Now the etiology is thought to be genetic, EBV, and then environmental. Genetic because genetic because there's a strong association between the HLA and then the NPC. And when they look at their genomic hybridization studies, which will reveal all those losses in the chromosome in some areas. Now, the other thing too that was noticed is that even Chinese from Southeast Asia, even if they move to the US, they have a higher incidence than the natives. If they move to, like they are coming to Ghana now, we are in them, so maybe the same. But they may be more than us. And for this reason, I was speaking to some gentleman at one of the meetings, and he works in Canada. And he says, the question that I had, were you colonized by Portuguese? I said, yeah, they were the first people who came to our shores. Then that's why you have a lot of NPC. Why? It says they went to China and they have a lot of NPC in Europe. They are more in Portugal. But they went to China and there's a lot in China. So if they came to Ghana, there's a lot in Ghana. And they came to Canada and there's a lot in Canada. They mean the problem is the Portuguese. That is his theory. And you know, a lot of our things are Portuguese. Asopatre, Pano, Sabola. I don't know about that, but I know I'm supposed to, I know pound. Yeah. Yeah. And slippers the cost. Yeah. So that was the guy's theory anyway. I don't know how far. Yeah. Yes, and the strange now, is related to what do you call it? That was the environmental what do you call it? Factors is related to food, eating food preserved in nitrosamines and the rest. And the food preserved in nitrosamines, we're thinking when we did our series. The people were related on the coast. On the coast, we have a lot of fish. We rarely eat preserved fish. So then, what explains that we have not interrogated the question yet. We are doing some study now, hoping it might give some answers. But then, we're thinking those who were in the hinterland, they maybe should be eating the preserved fish and having those problems. But it's not that common. When you go up country, they are there, but it's not that common. So it's still being talked about. But there's a big association with EBV. There's an increased level of antibody IgA to the viral capsule antigen and the early antigens. There are high titers of EBV in the patients with the larger bulky tumors. Then EBV in the clonal episomal form. So even in the cells of the disease, you find EBV there. So but then we think that EBV infection is late in the oncogenic process. So what is likely is that the normal NPC or the nasopharyngeal epithelium is acted on by some chromosomal or genetic factor, makes it change to a low-grade dysplasia. EBV comes to play its part, changing it to a high-grade dysplasia. Other factors come in, making it an invasive carcinoma, and then others make it metastatic. So, no, these changes were not found in the Alaskan test. But they also, like the North Africans and Alaska, they have NPC, but these changes were not found there. So look like this is not enough. So more or less, this is what we just talking about, the changes that may have happened. And what they was noticed that like if they are exposed to eating all those Cantonese type of food before the age of 10, they are prone to having all those changes. Makes me fear sending your children to eat Chinese these days, but who knows? Right, so what's the presentation? The first thing most people will present it is the next one. And like you can see on this young leg, somebody has made an incision on the leg. So, apart from the clarifications, somebody took a biopsy of the neck node. But so I'm still looking for somebody who will do a study for us at the polyclinic and see how many of all primary presentation of neck node end up where they end up. They always tell them when they come to ENT. Nobody has taken it down. Okay, so just follow neck nodes. How some may end up in hematology, some some may end up with TB, some will end up with ENT. I just don't want to know. So just so that, let's say for your practice, the average Ghanaian neck node that counts, 20% is hematology. So you know that 1 out of your 5 may be hematology, which is a good knowledge, information you can work with. Or if 80% are nasopharyngeal, then it means your practice more or less has to be modified along those lines. So these are some of the things, say, data we can help ourselves with. Yeah. And then once the neck swelling is there, down the line they might get epistaxis from the mass in the nose. The thing about this is that sometimes the disease itself is small in the nose, but the node is big. Yeah, so it's tempting sometimes. The person has no concern. It just has a swell, and it's really painless sometimes. And then the headache, once the headache comes in, it means it's infiltrating the skull base, going to affect the nerves. Otalgia, partly because the station tube can be blocked, causing hearing loss, and then pressure in the ears. Once the cranial nerve palsy comes in, that means we are having very advanced disease. So when they come, we'll do a nasopharyngeal exam. These days, it's easier for us because of our endoscope. So you just take an endoscope in the nose, you look at the nasopharynx, and then you see what is there. Hitherto, the process was like, he has come with the neck node, we have to work him up, take to theater, before we can biopsy. Now, because of the scope, if your money is ready, you walk in, particularly like a day like today, you can just take it, because we do have scopes on Wednesday. And that take your biopsy for you, send it within a week, you have your report. The appearance is variable. Some are exophytic, some are ulcerative. Some of them, when you look at the nasopharynx, more like there's nothing. But if you take a deep bite into the nasopharynx, you might find something. Sometimes they are bilateral nodes, even when the disease is very small in the nasopharynx. They spread rarely, but then they can spread. So this is the lesion in the nasopharynx. This is another one. This is the terminal. Yeah. So when you see the lesion in the nasopharynx, you just biopsy. You do CT scan and MRI to delineate the disease, but then it's primarily for the radio-oncologist to use it to state, what do you call it, plan their treatment. The next lesion we talk about is nasopharyngeal angiofibroma. It's a benign, highly vascular and richly vascular lesion in the nasopharynx. It's less than 1% of nasopharyngeal tumors. And for this condition, it's exclusively in males. So recently we got a young girl who was said to have the biopsy said it was nasopharyngeal angiofibroma. If the biopsy is right, then the girl is not the girl. And then, but after subsequent reviews, they changed the diagnosis. So the young girl is fine now. We excised it. Now, yeah, so we are saying if it is in a female, then testicular feminization has to be excluded. Yeah. So the etiology is not known, but because it's mainly male, we think it has something to do with the testosterone and the dependent puberty-induced tumor growth. So it's more male adolescents. When the testosterone starts to kick in, then the tumor will grow. And it's a tumor of soft tissue density. Usually, this is the spinopalatine foramen area. So there's usually the tumor located somewhere here, and it causes the bulging of the posterior wall of the maxillary sinus, which we call the Hallman-Miller sign. So if you see this image on CT scan, it's like a ticket to do what you have to do with the angiofibroma. what you don't have to do with this machine is because of this. It's a vascular proliferation in a fibrous stroma, and the walls of this vascular, they lack muscle fibers. So if you biopsy this, you are in big trouble. You either sit with a pack in the nose until somebody else will help you, or otherwise. You see, male adolescent unprovoked epistaxis. You see, if you get this trial, you just don't worry about anything you want to do. First case, now do a CT scan, and you get the what do you call this hormone Miller sign, the diagnosis is made. You see, yes. And then for us, in treating this patient, we have to go and exercise. So we're going to exercise this patient means a lot of blood, yes, and then go in and come out with it. And then in some instances, you can ask if you have the services of an intervention radiologist to give you, what do you call it, embolize the kidney vessel. It's usually starting from remnants of the, what do you call it, maxillary artery, because there's a maxillary artery lies there. So they go to the carotid system, embolize the maxillary artery for you. The bleeding will reduce, and then you do what you have to do. Yeah. So that's about all these are just recent talks about the prognosis of. I was in this meeting, and I've been always sad about my maxillary sinus outcome. Because then I go there and they know how many. Wait. We're talking about the poor prognosis of the maxillary sinus disease. This data from Europe. I said, oh, then I felt happy a bit. I wasn't alone there. Yeah. Well, most of them come advanced, well advanced. Yeah, so for the angiofibroma, with all the approaches I described earlier, you can use them. And this is one thing taking out my big facial development, and it's not my favorite. So, thank you very much. Press to the posterior triangle, so that we call it level 5, or just below the mastoid. So actually we see a posterior triangle node. The probability that the nasopharyngeal tumor in our environment, a young person, is very high. And then if that comes with the hearing impairment, usually conductive hearing loss, then you are like on your way to making your diagnosis. And then if there's an added epistaxis, then your diagnosis is made. So epistaxis, hearing loss, right neck probe. Nasopharyngeal angiofibroma has no neck probe. They just bleed from the nose, and then because there's a benign disease that is very vascular. Actually, it's contraindicated to biopsy any neck node until you have excluded tumors of the head and neck. Because if you biopsy the neck node, you seep the tumor into the skin. So you change possible good disease to a bad disease. And nasopharyngeal disease, despite this problem, is one of the diseases we can guarantee cure for you. Because if even T4 patients, if they treat with chemo radiation, they do well. We have one young man, it happened to him when he was like 4. He's finished university. The only problem for him now is that because they radiated him, his growth is hampered because it caught his pituitary axis. So it's like stunted growth. Otherwise, he's fine. I'm sure by now he's finished his degree. He should be working. It's guarded information. That's it, man. Until it is released, some of us can't. We know we don't know. What has a name is oropharyngeal carcinoma. Cancer of oropharyngeal. Not nasopharyngeal. Yes, that's HPV related. Yeah. We are talking about preserved nitrosamine, all those. No, like. At least when I was growing up, we visited the village, there's some fish, they like even meat, more money type of those things. So those are the issues. Alright, so we do glandus and appendix, and then we can take a long break. Alright, so on your program in the sinusitis and rhinitis, and since 2007, we have ceased to use the term rhinitis. So, 7. Really? What are you It has to be. Because actually I looked at the one. All of you are paperless. You are not paperless. Okay. Everybody else is paperless. Yeah, so I noticed that what they are using, you get, it comes, if you enter, it comes up sometimes. And I complain, but I don't know who solved that problem for me. So since 2007, we stopped using the term sinusitis separately from rhinitis. Once in a long while, something like allergic sinusitis, allergic rhinitis comes up. But at the back of the mind, it's still allergic sinusitis. The reason is because what? I'll talk about it. So this is a significant health problem. Some people say every adult gets about 4 episodes of upper respiratory infection a year. But we know a lot of people get upper respiratory infection and they don't go to hospital. So anybody quoting anything knows that whatever is quoting is what is not accurate. Yeah. And that notwithstanding is a huge financial burden on society. We define rhinosinusitis as inflammation of the nose and the paranasal sinus, characterized by 2 or more symptoms, one of which should either be the nasal blockage or obstruction of congestion, or a nasal discharge, either anterior discharge or posterior discharge, plus or minus a facial pressure, or a loss or reduction in smell. So that is what rhinosinusitis is. Some put timelines to it. It's acute if it's less than 12 weeks, and if it's more than 12 weeks, it's chronic. But less than 12 weeks means in between, there has to be complete resolution of symptoms. So even if you put acute and in between the episodes there's no resolution of symptoms, then it's more chronic than acute. And then, having said that, most of acute rhinosinusitis is viral. So the issue has been when you give antibiotics. So you have to be able to define the instance where you give antibiotics. They talk about like post-viral rhinitis, persistent rhinitis, all those things we've discussed. But the criteria for having an acute bacterial rhinosinusitis warranting antibiotic is the presence of at least 3 symptoms: discarded discharge, usually unilateral, or purulent secretion in the nasal cavity, severe local pain, temperature above 38, and a raised ESR or CRP. You see. So if you have any three of these things, then you are warranted in calling an acute bacterial rhinosinusitis, which down the line will warrant the use of antibiotics. But other than that, then most of the disease is viral and self-limited. So this is just what we've talked about most of today. The sinuses are air-filled spaces in anterior phase. The sinuses communicate to the nose by ostia, and then they are lined by the pseudostratified columnar sedated epithelium, which contain goblet cells and nasal glands which produce secretions. These secretions make the mucosa wet, and then they form what we call the capsula, which is a layer of mucus which the cuts and the bacteria inactivate some, and then Listeria expels them either anteriorly or posteriorly into the throat, to the nasopharynx, oropharynx, swallow them, or we expel them. And cilia plays an important role in this transport process. They are involved in what? Transporting everything from the paranasal sinuses into the nose. So, and we call the osteomeatal complex, is that junction here, where the frontal sinus drains into the middle terminate area. Okay, so the nasal sinus osteomeatal complex. So everything surrounding sinusitis and rhinosinusitis is around this osteomeatal complex. And impaired, like obstruction of it will cause stasis. The stasis will cause all this impaired physiology of the sinuses. and then bacterial colonization to subsequent infection, or impaired ciliary function, removing things from the sinuses, or transport in the nose will lead to stasis, and then subsequent infection or the inflammatory changes we are likely to see. So we say in the etiology it's multifactorial, being impairment of ciliary function, bacterial infection, allergy because of the inflammatory process that it excites. It can cause swelling and obstruction to the mucosa, and that will impair the movement of the function of the cilia, leading to all the things we described. And then also swelling of the mucosa from whatever reason. Yes. So if you look at this picture, this is the maxillary sinus. This is the floor of the sinus. I'm sure this is the tooth which is protruding there. And look at where it drains from. So more or less it's almost close to the roof. So, and it's the cilia function that drains that way. You know, hitherto, until recently when we started doing endoscopic sinus surgery, we were doing something called serial meatal antrostomy, where the idea was that there's stasis in the sinus. So I go in the inferior meatus, this is the inferior terminus. So you go here, make a hole here, so that what? This is a dependent place for it to drain. And it makes a lot of sense. When we started using endoscopes in the nose, they realized that people who had this procedure done, still the cilia was transporting the secretions to the root. And then there was a hole here, so now it becomes like a cycle. It goes like this. You see, instead of taking it out, you just take it up and you go up, come down. Hey, actually, it was going this way rather. It goes this way, and then you come back in. You see. So what we were doing was, that's why I was saying, things you do now, 5, 10 years. After I was reading some paper recently, it is called Rosenthal syndrome. It comes with facial swelling and then facial nerve. Like the 40s or the 50s, the treatment was injecting hot water into the face and anesthesia. And I said, wow. And then I'm sure doctors have punished some people before. So that's at the back of our mind. Are we punishing our people now? Maybe yes. And a lot of the time, yes. So that is it. Treatment involved. Right. So that involved, that thing led to the present teaching that the main treatment of rhinosinusitis is to open up the osteometal compound. And that is functional endoscopic surgery. All it does is what? Open up this, we call it metal antrostomy. So you just open up it, making it wide so that drainage is better. Maybe 10 years, 50 years, there what you are doing is all useless. Yes. So that is it. So consequences of rhinosinusitis could be nasal polyps. And the presence of nasal polyps is an indication of the chronicity of the disease. And this is a picture of one thing you can see, just lifting the tip of the nose. You can see these grape-like fractures in the nasal cavity. It is rich in eosinophilia, but has also neutrophils and the like. Interleukin-5 is the predominant cytokine. The reason for it developing in some people and not in other people is not known. there are people who have chronic rhinosinusitis with polyps and some without polyps. And just like in asthma, some are like the cause is allergic and some is just inflammation. So treatment these two types of diseases have to be different. So we are going to centralizing the treatment of chronic rhinosinusitis over time. So, yes, so we talked about the high incidence of acute rhinosinusitis because most of them are viral. But for the bacterial one, the pathogens are these three guys. In my opinion, they are the only bugs you need to know in ENT. Strep pneumonia, H. influenza, and Varicella catarrhalis. Once in a long while, you can add Staph aureus. But if you answer any ENT question about bacteria in ENT, you mention these three, you will be wrong. Maybe the ear, the nose, the throat. They are always there. The throat, you can ask them. Otherwise, these three are everywhere. And they are susceptible to penicillin. So, for Peter says that, look, if you give somebody penicillin in ENT, you never go wrong. And that is why people get away with what they do. They give it to solve any ear nose throat problem. So you are right. No, that's about the only medicine I remember to write. A long time I think, okay, if it's not working, then I start thinking. When people are giving all those big antibiotics outside and the patient comes to us, we give penicillin, like we give anything. We even maxillofacial give penicillin and expect. Then their patients do fine. So the only problem is that I got to give it 4 hourly or 6 hourly, which a lot of work on staff and the rest. But some of their patients come and see they don't know where the patient is coming from. They are not going to write big medicines. If the patient with no relation comes, how are you going to say? So they will give expert, gentamicin, flagyl. The patient does well, hooray. If it don't do well, then they start changing because then they have to be more aggressive. Anyway, that was the start. So no, only these 3 bags and you survive ENT. Right, so the pathogenesis usually is impaired mucosal function, which can be caused by allergy, immunocompromised state, genetic factors, strict genetic factors leading to chronic rhinosinusitis is not noted. But there are instances where, like cystic fibrosis or Cartagena syndrome, primary cell dyskinesia, where they found some genetic thing that lead to the cystic fibrosis. And because of the cystic fibrosis, the people have got chronic rhinosinusitis, and not the other way around. And the same way with the primary cell dyskinesia, because they have that, their ciliary is not working well, so they get stasis, and then they have other issues which is same pathology. Yeah. Then a few host factors which could be from, let's say, some people have what we call the conchapulosa. Their middle terminate is a little too big, filled with air. So that causes obstruction of the osteometal complex, leading to stasis and all those things. Or you have what do you call it, trauma, and then there's a fracture, so it blocks the osteo. So these are things that by themselves can lead to issues for us. Yeah. And then obviously the presence of microorganisms, bacteria or fungus, environmental factors like cigarette smoking, they are irritating. People have even pushed to say that reflux disease can cause rhinosinusitis. The evidence is not too clear, but yes, it occurs sometimes that people reflux as far into their ears. They take refluxing from some people's ears in some states. So anything can happen. So the presentation, I don't think anybody here doesn't know how it's presented. We all catch cold. So once you catch a cold, you have the symptoms we are going to talk about. So nasal blockage, congestion, stuffiness, nasal discharge, nasal drip, facial pain, pressure, headache, reduction in loss in smell, and then associated pharyngeal, laryngeal, bronchial irritation, sore throat, dystonia, or cough. So they say that ready to adults with chronic sinusitis cough compared to children. But in the acute phase, you can have a cough. Examination, the easiest is this one. And almost always you see something in the example. Yeah. If they have to use the speculum to look, otherwise then we use the endoscope to do a rhinoscope. Imaging, I put this to this slide. Which one is the image of choice? First from above or below. First from the left. From the left. Yes, so the image of choice is this one. So this is what they call the water's view. And this is occipital view with mouth open. The reason is that this is not a very good picture, but if you have a very good one taken, you see the spinal, after that they divide the rostrum of the spinal sinus. So you can see the spinal sinus in the mouth. And then this is the frontal sinus. The endpoints you see them here. And then this is the maxillary sinus. Now this is an AP. But this is the mastoid air. See, the mastoid air is blocking the maxillary sinus. So, if you do this picture, all you can see is the frontal sinus and nothing else. Maybe a little bit of the head point here. You can't see anything else. So, you can't make any judgment on the both antra or the spinal sinus. This one, yes, you can see the frontal sinus, you can see the spinal sinus, you can see the maxillary sinus, but then it's superimposed on itself. So you say you can't make a judgment. Yes, you can make a judgment in the frontal, the spinal. Even then, the spinal, if there's a divide, now you don't know whether it's on this side or that side. Yeah. So this is good for if you have money, and if you have money for only one probe, OM with mouth opening is the best. But obviously, we in managing significant disease, we don't use plain as radiogram. The gold standard do CT scan. The only thing is that these days we are getting too many CT scans done, and then people come like this one. I'm pretty sure they do this scan for some other reason, and then they found it. Then they refer to ENT. Oh, sinusitis. And computer will say, if all of us in this room, they learn us through a CT scan machine, I'm pretty sure we'll get a few of us with something like this in our sinus, which comes and goes intermittently. You catch a cold, the mucosa will swell up a bit. Give yourself a few days, a few weeks, it disappears. You are asymptomatic and you are walking around. So when they come, we don't really aggressively do anything for them. The only problem is that when the primary physician says you have a problem, the secondary physician cannot change the patient's mind. They say, either you're a bad doctor, because the doctor said he has a problem, and you are saying there's no problem. So we always have to fight with them. Maybe. Maybe that's a better option, I assume. Yeah, so this is a coronal view, and this is the axial view. You see an obvious lesion in the antrum extending to the nasal cavity, the eyes, you can see the orbit and the extraocular muscle. Good. So diagnosis, clinical, and then on your examination, as well as imaging. Complications can be either bony, intracranial, or orbital. So bony is the osteomyelitis and post-pubic tumor of the frontal bone. We have cavernous sinus disease, epidural abscess, intracranial meningitis, all these things are intracranial. These are the orbital complications. So shown here, this is the preceptal abscess, orbital cellulitis, this subperiosteal abscess, orbital abscess, and the cavernous sinus thrombosis. This is a post-pubic tumor, dural, subdural, also subdural lymphoma. This is the sagittal sinus thrombosis. So this young man, I've used this picture too often. He should be like, this is almost 10-year-old. And he came with almost all the complications. So this boy sitting here, that's his kidney scan. And you can see he wasn't so ill, but these are orbital this is orbital abscess. This is the post-pubic tumor, you see the swelling of the forehead. And then that's the modular sinus with past. This is the subdural. This is the epidural abscess. So it was treated with antibiotics. These days you don't routinely drain the nose. Just give decongestants, and the body will, once the bacteria goes down, inflammation goes down, it will clear itself. Those stages will give antibiotics for 6 weeks. And then most people do well if managed appropriately. The eye team will do their IND for us. They always want us to do the IND. We send it back to them to do it. When this person comes, status, ENT. Even if it's an orbital problem and small one comes into the sign, say no, it's the sign is go to ENT. So we do it to them. This one just can't. Yeah, just can't do. For the post-pubic tumor, we also usually like doing it on the brow. So this one will be done on this brow, and then because of the pus in the frontal sinus, you drill a hole into the frontal sinus and then put the drain there, and you irrigate the frontal sinus. When you do that, you get a good cosmetic scar. This one, if it's here and it feels there, eyebrows will go over it and you won't see any scar. Good. So, treatment. Now, what do you think is the treatment for rhinosinusitis? So, this one is I put this one there because I want to confuse you. Yeah, so fever, you give paracetamol, say antipyretics, running nose, that is where the congestant comes in, but then steam inhalation or humidifiers or saline drops, not the 2-drop saline, but the saline irrigation, so you have to irrigate the nose well. No, the problem is like, how do I put it? I know, and that's what I'm telling you. When they write saline drops, I just say, what are you going to do? Like the whole bottle, no, it's not even enough. You have to irrigate. We use like 200 mils, even sometimes 500 mils, just to irrigate the road. We've got the salmon strength. Yeah, but instead, yes, no, I don't know this. No, it's the same you go down. So except to tell me that, oh, you can get a small 90s on the septum and not affect the lateral road. You get what I'm saying? Yes, well, you can use the strength, only, what do you call it? The strength, this is done, if you use the sinus strength, what is done is the person needs by placing through the sinus strength here, without breathing. Because if you inhale, you just suck in. So without breathing, it goes through this place, comes up here. That's like it comes up. If you use the strength, because just the end height here, the little thing, but I tell them you can just feel to go up and come down. The only problem with that the constitution has to say that it's not bending today. So that's why people at times they use of this thing. See, some of them they will see water. That is the advice. But having said that, that is a lot of work to do for most people. So you humidify the air, so steam inhalation works well. The idea to open up the ostia. The congestants do well, but what's the problem with the congestant? The rebound effect. So you have to use it maximum 5 days. So let's say if you have a significant, let's say at night, and the patient is blocked, you can't sleep, a few drops. But what do they do? Sorry? Yes, they are doing it, and they are not one in the bed. You see, they will stick it their nose and then they are walking with it in their nose. To rebound, say first few, but what I've noticed, and I think is a possibility that you use it, most of it, if you use it the first few days, it works and it stops working. And I think you colonize the virus on it. So subsequently, you stick it to your nose, you just reintroduce the virus, and we are back to where we started, apart from the rebound. Yeah. The flow. What do you mean by flow? Like blood pressure?
Let's speak now.
No, you know what? It's still advised to go the way we do like this. Put later, blow both not today. You block this, blow. Then you block this, blow. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, but what our parents did was just suck the nose. Just put your mouth. I don't. No, I'm not seeing that, but I don't see why. Anyway, if they don't want to suck, so they blow, maybe. But some of us we suck our children's nose, and our mother did it for us. Yeah, Bob strangers. Yeah. But if your child cannot sleep at night, then you have a bomb sleep. Your child can sleep. Yeah. 6 months old, the issue has to be what is the cause of them. They are not supposed to have blood clots. So either the congenital blockage, which may be renal ectasia, injection of background. But if it's people blame the farm for a whole lot of things. No, so if the child has, but nothing stops them from having an upper tract infection. So if that is it, then I will give you the topical saline irrigation. You see, the drop there is useful because the aim of the drop is to irrigate and wash everything out. So you put 2 drops, not to you just soften whatever is there. And by 2 drops, except the dose, I think it's so small that 2 drops is enough. Yeah. But it has to be enough. You see, the issue has to be the volume. Maybe 10-20 drops, yeah. Or 1 ml of saline in the nose. Obviously, you have to know how to control so that you don't aspirate and all those things. So children, you just aspirate. Yeah. Really though, about at 1 year old, you don't hesitate to put steroid nasal drops. You know the pediatricians will always refer them having given them saline. You put steroid drops in the nose. Yeah. So basically, the first line of treatment is steroid nasal spray or drop. Then you add any of those things: decongestant, nasal, saline irrigation. Is viral. And then if it's an allergic thing, even the irrigation reduces the allergic or the antigens in the nose, the amount of antigens in the nose. So that is that. Antihistamines, yes, if it is an acute, it's an allergic reaction. But if it's not an allergy, antihistamines have no place. Mucolytics, they want you to reduce, what do you call it, make it less acid for it to flow. The injury is out. If you give them enough hydration, the mucus itself will be less acid and it will come. So those are some of the things. Antibiotics have no place here. We however give in the chronic rhinosinusitis with polyps. Sometimes it's thought that erythromycin, the microlides, they have some anti-inflammatory effect in giving for like 6 weeks. But that is for chronic rhinosinusitis with polyps when you are trying to decide whether you have to grade or not. But for acute rhinosinusitis viral, but obviously for bacterial rhinosinusitis, then you have to give them antibiotics. Then you have to give for what? 14 days. Between 10 and 14 days. If you give for 5 days, you are asking for trouble because it's going to persist. And we saw the criteria. They usually have what they call the sickening syndrome. Like they start having the rhinitis, then around day 5 it gets worse. And that tells you there is bacterial infection. So then the only problem is in accepting we have to decide for ourselves that if we are doing something, look at your patient, follow up. Because it means if somebody comes to you after a treatment infection, you have to watch and wait. If your patient is a good person who will come for follow-up, or just in case he's getting worse, you report back, then you can do that. But if you live in somebody who, even coming to you the first time because a a lot of work for the person, and you make your decisions accordingly. But most people get better. Like, we always get a problem with our neurosurgeons. They have a patient with something similar. They want to go and drain the abscess in the brain. This also don't drain, but it's a bigger one. They'll tell you, oh, yes, you come. And when you are in theater, you also drain yours. We tell them, look, for us, you just give the congestant, you will get better. And they say, no, but they are thinking once they leave some pass there, it will compromise their work. We say, no, it will get better. And it always gets better. We know that because they will scan the patient after 6 weeks. And after 6 weeks, when they take the scan, their sinuses are clear. So it means we have been doing the right thing up to now. Yes. Yes. We use the spray is Abamis, which is fluticasone fluid, or Nasonex mometazone fluid. Flixonase can be used, but Abamis is better than Flixonase. Beconase can be used. And then the drops we have, if you get metronidazole, it's fine. But on the market now is new Hycolex, new Cort, Beta Cort. The new Hycolex and the new Cort. Practically, because of the neomycin, they contain antibiotics. And if they are using for the steroid, then we use it for the steroid, not for the neomycin in them. So, but now that we have Beta Cort, which is just plain steroid. Yeah, so betrizole is plain steroid, betrizole N is the neomycin. So we need toward the betrizole type. Because we don't have it regularly, we make do with Hycolex or Neocort. Yeah. No, the drugs. Well, basically, treating this condition, supporting. Really, anything you are doing is to prevent any discomfort. So the steroid is just to reduce the inflammation. You understand? The nasal, the congestant is just to reduce the congestion and make it easier to breathe. And the irrigation is to remove whatever load is in the nose. Yeah, so that's about the philosophy. Yes, but 7 days and 1 week, and they say. Sorry. Yes, no, basically, it's just to take away the discomfort of the condition. Okay? So, but what we normally advocate is to try and reduce the use of antibiotics. Because people still argue sometimes about, oh, this is Africa, or there are a lot of yes. Maybe some of us think otherwise. Maybe some people say once you come to hospital and get the fever, or hey, malaria, treat malaria. Maybe, no, there are a whole lot of causes for fever. Maybe, and let's look for the cause. It might be a little bit more work, but we save ourselves abusing medication. Yeah. Between 10 and 14 days. Yes. Chronic one, it's used as an anti-inflammatory. So we use it when we are preparing for surgery. So we want to make a decision whether you have to go for surgery or not. You use Then we start intranasal steroids. So either the spray or the drop, which we use for 3 months. If after 3 months you are not seeing it, you can either add the antibiotic for another 6 weeks. If that is not helping, sometimes you want to go to oral steroids or you want to operate. So those decisions will help. Then that is a whole new thing. Yeah, that one is caused by a different mechanism which is eating away the nose. So that you treat with. After I saw somebody, I think I was there now on Tuesday. They look into the nose and as if somebody there like chopping away the nose. So it's also more like a lot of irritation, but it's very offensive. And we give the glycerin and sodium bicarbonate. And we give antibiotics. But it's cycling life against the you have to exclude the presence of midline granulomatous species, syphilis, TB, Christian granuloma. When all those things are excluded, then you yes. Undergoing are they tumors? Well, the tumor is a swelling, so we take adenoids to be a swelling. Adenoids, they are lymphoid tissue hyperplasia, so they are more like a consequence of all those inflammatory processes that goes on in the nasal cavity. Yes, and we treat them for 3 months. The protocol we have is we treat them for 3 months with intranasal steroids. If it fails, and the patient is significantly symptomatic, meaning they have apneic attacks, they have otitis media, they have modifying factors like a convulsion or anorexia, then you want to break. Yes. And that's then you do adenoidectomy. Most of the time you add a tonsillectomy to if the tonsils are that. If they are not, you just take out the adenoids. Yeah. But we do conservative management. And most of the time, if they do it well, the parents themselves, they are the people, I tell the parents that we treat the parents and not the child. We saw a child on Facebook yesterday. We had the white sheep hospital. He says, he doesn't know. And then the mother brought her. And then so the mother, so I asked the mother why is she here. She said, oh, it snores when he sleeps. And they so, and the parents always record these things on the phone. It's something you can look at, the role of mobile phones. Yeah. So they will record it and they do, and they'll play it back to you. And it's nice at least. So you know it, it's comforting that they are worried. And if they are at the OPD and they are sitting and the child is asleep, they are so happy because they know doctor will see how the child yes, but we know, yeah, but we know how it is. So just don't let them know you know. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we'll do this as an example. If we do an ultrasound for this boy, we go through this is the imperial technique. So we make a puncture in this wall into the arm. And then it's just a croker and cannula. So we put the croker and cannula and take out the croker and you repeat. Now when you flash with your whatever solution you use, we usually use saline, sometimes carbon dioxide, sometimes just plain saline. It will just push the content here through the natural hospital and then out. We just wash out. But like I said, over time, we are thinking it's extra. It's more like running out of, getting out of fast. Yeah. So if you give your decongestants well enough, steam inhalation or drops, it just opens up once the cilia starts working, they'll do their job. You see. If you do an antrum washout, it's a small hole, so it will seal up. When you do the middle metal and cross of that, intentionally make a big hole so that it doesn't seal up. Then we get that cycle of recycling of the mucus. We think that it's very minimal. The risks are very minimal because they are topical. And if you, the only thing I stress on is how to apply the nasal drop. Most people apply drugs to stand something like this. But if you do that, it falls on the floor of the nose and just straight to your mouth. So it's not in the nose. And that, if you do that, then obviously over time you have drunk enough steroids. But you are supposed to, because the makeup position, either you bend down and zip your head down, holding the drop upside down and drip it into your nose. It falls to the roof of your nose. That is a little technically a little challenging to do. So we advise the person to lie on the bed, the head on the over the head, and then drop. That might go straight to the roof of the nose. Most of the drops are 1 or 2 drops. So by the time it goes round, even if you get up, by the time it goes round and comes, it's already only in the nose. And that for us helps. Yes, not to lie down flat. Then your head is hanging over the head. Really, so more like at 90 degrees. And you drop it, you drop to the roof. Not if you, what you are doing is you drop to the floor, and that one will go back. The kids, you have to, yes, you have to let them lie down. Yes.
Can you go back what you said now?
So assuming this the top, say the tip of the drop, okay, you more like you are bent on your knees, bend it over, that's what they call the makeup, somebody is swaying, and you bend, so it's dropping like this. Use your head bend. Let's say this is your head. Okay, this is your head. You bend down as if you are praying, and then you drop it like this. This is your hand.
Can you use rhinosinusitis in children? The diagnosis?
Yes. There are criteria for diagnosis more or less similar, but they sometimes cough one of the, like the plus or minus cough. So the same blockage, discharge, plus or minus, loss of smell. Most of them will not tell you about the loss of smell, but this you can add cough. So the afternoon session will be, I'll sit down and you will talk.